Yeah, let's just talk about what this class is and the expectations are for it. First of all, I want to commend you for taking like the hardest class. I think that this class is going to be really good for people that are trying to get into sales. I think that you can leverage this as a talking piece. If you guys are applying for a sales job internally and stuff like that, quick audio visual check. Can y'all see like my screen okay and everything? All right, cool. All right. Y'all already know about me. I see everyone here as a leader in this organization. Tanuki Tech is what I run. And I'm really interested in like, especially for y'all, if there's anything that I can do or like from an enablement perspective, let me know and I'll put it on our roadmap. So that's a little bit about myself. So let's talk about this class so I can get y'all situated and give you your time back, right? So what's the goal of this class? The goal of this class is to have better customer conversations, period. I'll talk to you about like what this thing is, and it wasn't actually created by me, it was created by Sales Enablement. And we'll talk a little bit about the history of why they created it, the goal of it. Actually, Sid, our CEO, was the person who came up with the idea for this class. So literally it comes all the way from the top. Other goals, if you want to have a career in sales, I want this to be like a talking point for your new management. So like, hey, listen, we went through this. You can ask me about all these things. You know, we've been through the training. This is how I'm prepared, right? So how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to understand the most commonly asked customer technical questions. So sales literally created this. This wasn't like sales enablement where it's like, hey, we think that people need to know this, and there's always that delta because you're not actually doing it. This came from the essays themselves. They asked the essays like, what are the most commonly asked customer technical questions? They ranked all of them, came up with the top ones, and then literally they created this like through it. So that's how we're going to do it and better understand technology in general. Let me throw in some caveats. I think this class is going to be hard. I think that you're going to have to put time into it, but if you put time into it, you will level up and be more effective. And I think that that's definitely something that you can count on. So let's talk about logistics, right? So, you know, it was a roundtable. Our CEO was talking to some other people, and then he basically had a challenge for sales and basically said, I want all of the sales and SMB, everyone top down, to be able to answer the top 100 technical questions that are asked by our customers. And then obviously the sales VPs are like, isn't that why we pay SAs, right? So they pushed back, and then they eventually settled on 25. And so this course is based out of this. And then what ended up happening is there was COVID hit, other things happened. And then so this class was, you know, it's something that's on sales's timetable, but they actually haven't done it yet. You literally are going to be the first people to have gone through it besides myself. I already have gone through all of these sessions multiple times. I'm not going to ever feed anything to you that I haven't gone through myself. So out of the 25 sessions that they agreed on, they made 19 of them. I actually added up the minutes for all of them combined together. If you listen to all of them on one-time speed, it will take you 1.5 hours. So if you listen to all of them at like 1.75 speed, it'll take you about an hour, right? There's homework at the end to assess understanding. Definitely do it. That's how you get credit. And it's not just homework for homework's sake. It's not like that multiple choice stuff that we make you do. Every single question in the homework is either talking about something that your customers could ask you, or is it asking to explain a concept that our customers may ask, right? So what's the process? Well, step one, listen to the videos, jot down questions. My caveat here is that I think that some of the videos are going to talk about new concepts and things that are going to be difficult to understand. So like, you know, when you're talking about SAML and like OAuth and like, you know, like project hierarchies and like, you know, some of that granular stuff, it's going to be like one of those math classes that you took where it's just sort of like, I want to understand the content, but to understand the content, I feel like I need to understand even more stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an optional session. Anyone welcome to come, and you can ask all those questions. For like, they talk a lot about SAML in these conversations. What is this, right? You can come to this optional session if you want. If you don't want to, don't come, right? And then at the end of it, hand in the homework. That's how you get credit. I'm going to tentatively slate this due date. It's soft, right? But like, try to have it done in 2 weeks, that Friday. So that's ultimately how you get credit. So, all right, this is what I got to say about this. It's async. There's no, like, I'll show you what it is in a second, but put in the time, right? If you put in the time to understand, watch these videos, take notes, understand them, and to be able to articulate them, they will help you with your customer conversations. I've gone through all the videos myself. I would say that even though I have a technical background, I had to watch some of these videos multiple times to be able to understand some of these things. So I do think that's going to be challenging. That's why we're going to have the office hours to help y'all with, understand some of these concepts. And the other thing that I'll say is your mileage may vary, right? So, and your mileage is going to vary depending on whether or not you put in the time. So if you put in the time, I really do think you'll get a lot out of it. If it's something where it's like, I'm just going to go through the motions, then I think that you'll get a checkbox, right? But it'll be like a lot of the enablements that you've done in the past where you get credit, good job. You're SDR level 3 for mostly all here, so it doesn't really matter anyway, right? So I do encourage you to put in the time, take advantage of the office hours if you want to come, and we'll take it from there. So that being said, let's actually take a look at what this is. So here's the site for it. So it's about.gitlab.com, handbook, blah, blah, technical questions for sales. Once again, all of these videos are created by the essays and the TAMs here. And then it's literally just sort of like, we have all of our product categories, right? So like verify, secure, manage. And then so it's the most common technical questions that are asked in each product category. So like for manage, this is the exact question, right? Here's the answer. If a customer asks you this, just say what this guy's doing. You're going to sound like a boss. That's the goal of this training class, right? And so on and so forth. So there's 19 total one of these videos. Here's another example where it's like, you may need to have some more background understanding to really get the most out of it is like, how can users be auto provisioned, right? Short answer is use LDAP integration. Obviously, I want you to know more than just like say, oh, you use LDAP integration. I want you to know what LDAP is. So that's what the office hours are for. So well, I'd encourage you to watch all these videos. You'll probably have a bunch of questions, write down the questions, either try to figure it out on your own or go to the office hours and we'll bang through a lot of them. And I'll talk about LDAP. I've used that before. I'll talk about some of like the other things that they may be missing. And I'm happy to basically get behind you so that you can get the most out of this class as possible. So yeah, there's 19 videos here. Once again, it's an hour and a half. I timed it, right? And I have a question for each one of these videos. So there's 19 videos, there's like 19 questions, everything's open-ended, there's a Google Doc, just fill it out, and then you get credit. And then and you can use this as a talking piece for if you decide to go to sales here and say like, hey, listen, like you can ask me all of this stuff, like we went through this, like I got a lot of great experience both on this side and this side, and this is one of my differentiators from the competition, right? Cool. That's really it. I promise to give you your time back. Office hours, once again, are for the fact that, listen, like I had to listen myself personally for all of these videos twice before I felt like I really understood them, even though I was an engineer for half a decade. So I'm here to help. I'm here to get behind y'all so that you can get the most out of this class. So that I'm going to set up the office hours for probably like next week. If we need to do another session, just let me know, but it's completely optional. That's it. Cool. Any questions? What do y'all think?
Just confirm. So you're tagging us on those calendar invites just to confirm?
Yeah, I haven't created the calendar invite yet. I'm going to create one for next week and probably the week after that. And my one ask is like, if you're going to come, then put it on the calendar invite, because if no one comes, then I'm just going to not show up and I'm going to do something else, right? It just gives me like that's how you can communicate with me, or like how I can spend my time. But I haven't sent those out yet. Action items for me is that I got to send out the link to the site and I have to create that calendar invite.
Cool. So just watch those videos, answer those questions, and we're good.
Exactly.
Sweet.
And then I get a badge.
There's only one homework assignment?
There's only one homework assignment.
All right, cool. Roger.
I want enablement to take the people here less time than it did before, but to be like way more targeted. If it's not, then let me know.
Okay.
So, and those technical questions are due in 2 weeks.
So I have a soft deadline for 2 weeks that Friday. Just try to get it in. And because I just feel like it's the same thing with everything else, right? If you don't do it soon, then you forget about it, right? So, but if you're doing it with someone else and you're working together, it'll be more fun and you'll get more out of
Yeah.
it. So like, yeah, I just encourage y'all to get it done. And once again, the office hours are here to help.
Sounds good.
Anybody want to be my study partner or what?
I want you, Sean. Me.
All right, Bruno. I'll put time on your calendar.
All
Is
right.
it cool? Are you better in the morning or in the evening? We'll take this offline. Sorry.
I don't care, man. I'm happy that y'all are collaborating.
Yeah, anytime. I'm 4 hours ahead, so I guess
Yeah.
your morning.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can do after work. Whatever works for you.
All right, I see some time already. All right.
All right, cool. Anything else, or I'll get to my promise of giving y'all your time back.
That's it. We appreciate you putting this together, Chris.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know how it is at the end. If it was successful, like I went through it myself, I like it. That's why we're using it. But if you have any suggestions how we can make it better, let me know too. Cool.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Thanks all.